Well, good morning. We're here at the Farm Progress Show, and we're introducing now the new Gleaner 3300. Chopping and non-chopping corn head, new product design from the ground up. There's nothing on here from the old hugger head that we had before that's the same. We started with a clean sheet of paper, 4 years in development, and we're now launching it here at the show. The big changes that we've made on this corn head is to address the things that farmers want most. That's basically a higher harvesting rate. So we're going from a 3-mile-an-hour corn head to a 6-mile-an-hour corn head. We want to reduce the amount of trash that we're taking into the corn head, which tends to be a problem on older headers out there. So by changing our gathering lug design and our entire gathering system, we're able to reduce the amount of trash that we're taking in, and we'll talk about that in a real quick second. But the big thing is now this is available in chopping or non-chopping versions, 8-row, 12-row, and 30-inch spacing to start with. Just real quickly here, I mentioned here one of the very important things out here, important feature, is if we have a customer out there that wants to buy a chopping corn head, he has the ability out there, if he wants to go ahead and turn off the chopping function. He does that right here with a lever. On every single row unit, you have a lever right here where I can go ahead and I can disengage or shut off the chopping mechanism or activate it here for chopping out in the field. That's something you won't find on any other corn head in the industry today. But the main thing we want to talk about here is what we've done, and it really starts with the front here with the snouts. We're utilizing a rotomolded polyethylene row unit right now in the material that we're using, and that allows us to sculpture that so that we have a very smooth transition of the crop into the corn head. We don't want any whipping out there in the field with a stalk. That's what the customer does not want. He doesn't want to lose and end up butt shelling or end up with loss in the field. So by doing this, we were able to contour this, and customers will notice in here as they look into the corn head the new fender that we have sculptured here so that we don't need a fender extension as other manufacturers have had to have. So the important thing is the gathering chain has changed, and we'll walk around here real briefly and just show customers so they can see here, this is really the heart of where it all starts. So the gathering system now features a 627 chain, a heavier chain than we had from the other one, the other corn head, and you'll notice that the gathering chain lugs are now totally different. Instead of being staggered as they were and sharp edged, which would pull more trash in, you'll notice here they're straight across here, and if you notice they're rounded. And you'll notice the gap that's in here. And this allows us to bring the material in, but leave the trash in the field. That's very, very important. The other thing you'll notice is the snapping rolls down here. Our knife rolls right now are a whole new design. And what we are doing now, it's a very tight tip-to-tip design, so we're getting better chopping. Even if the customer does not order the chopping option, he'll still get superior chopping than what he did have on the old head. So the other important thing is on the gathering chain system here, we've actually reduced the speed. This is a very big thing. By reducing the speed, we get a better transition of material into the corn head. Behind it, you'll notice that the auger right now, the auger is a 20-inch auger, and it is 20 inches in diameter, which is the largest diameter on any corn head in the industry today. By doing that, we also have changed the pitch on there to a 30-inch pitch. And by doing that, it actually allows us to slow the auger down and synchronize that to the slower speed that we're running on our gathering chains, and this means superior flow of material into the corn head. This is one of the reasons we're able to optimize our capacity and be able to get what we're able to get out there in the field. Just very briefly, a couple other things that are kind of unique is Gleaner has a very unique feature here, and we call it our header tilt feature. And you'll notice here the hydraulic cylinders located here and one on the other side. And Gleaner has taken some of the technology that we've had from the Dynaflex draper, and we've moved it over now to the new chopping corn head. And one of the advantages we have now is from inside the cab, my customer now can go ahead and adjust the tilt on his snouts out here. And by being able to tilt that corn head down, I can now get into down corn. And many customers out here are fighting down corn, and that's a huge thing. And instead of using a corn reel, he can do it right from the cab. This is a huge productivity gain for customers out there that they're looking for. The big thing is on the chopping mechanism. You can see right here, this is a very unique drive system that we have on here. And the chopping mechanism here takes about 20%, and this is an important thing for our customers, about 20% less horsepower than the competitive corn heads out there. And this is a big thing because it actually saves the drive system, the variable speed header drive system, and it allows customers out here who are running legacy units for gleaner, they can actually go back and buy this corn head and know that they're putting less strain on that older drive system that might not have the horsepower that our new S7 and S8 combines have. So these are just a few of the items that we have. Let's walk around real quick to the back. And you will notice right away when you look at the back that we've again carried over some great features in here from the Dynaflex. One of these is the accumulator system. So just like we have done on the Dynaflex, we have our own separate accumulator system on the machine. We tie that into the accumulator system on the combine, and now because these are typically big, heavy units in the field, and you're going down in dips, and you're having to navigate around ditches and what have you, there's a lot of pressure being put on that corn head. We want to make sure we take care of it, make sure we save the components on the machine. So with the accumulator system, it feathers that corn head and gives it the capability to handle that. And again, it's more productivity, more life that we gain for our customers. So the important thing here is the new corn head is 4 years in the making. Incredible technology. We call it the new Command Series corn head because it allows our customer now to take command of the harvest situation, the dynamics they have in the field, and be able to do a better job. So with that, we're pretty proud of it, and we ask customers out there, hopefully, to get out in the field and see it. We're going to have a lot of machines out there running corn heads this fall, so they can get a chance to see it firsthand, the good, superior job these new heads do.